Hello everyone, welcome back to Let Us Reason podcast with your host Jawara, where we talk about life, we talk about anything and give everyone a fair chance to express their opinions without being vulgar, disrespectful or hostile. You know, I don't know everything, you do not know everything, but we all can learn from each other by sharing our opinions and our experiences. You know, I am not the most eloquent speaker, nor am I going to be always grammatically correct. But I can learn from you, and you can learn from me by us sharing together. And today I want to talk about my opinion on taking the vaccine for the virus. And a lot of people worldwide is afraid to take such vaccine, and a lot of people have been on the fence thinking about wondering if they should, and they eventually go and take it. All of us have taken vaccine before in our lifetime. All of us. We as parents have taken our kids to the 6-week clinic to get them vaccine to fight off certain kind of illness. So we have always been taking vaccine. So taking vaccine is not something new. I myself, I've never really that sick as a child growing up. I never got admitted to no hospital nor anything as a child growing up, because most of the illness that we face as a child back in the 80s and 90s, growing up in Jamaica, we use natural home remedies. You know, if we have a cold, we have natural cold bush, you know, redded and different kind to take to get rid of cold. And I remember when the chicken pox outbreak happened, we use natural remedy to get rid of that also. We use carbolic soap, plus they have a bush that they call quaco bush in Jamaica. We use that plus the quaco bush, the carbolic soap plus the quaco bush, to take a bath every day. And little by little, the chicken pox disappear. That's what I remember, and that was in the 80s. I also remember mumps. Mumps was another big thing back in the 80s too. And I think we used natural remedy also to get rid of mumps back in the 80s. I remember when measles break out. I was around when measles break out. But I'm not sure if we were vaccinated to deal with the measles situation, but I know afterwards there was a vaccine created to tackle measles, and there was a vaccine also created to tackle mumps and chicken pox. So most of those diseases is not around anymore because of the vaccine that they create to deal with mumps, measles and chicken pox. But I remember when I was going to secondary school, I remember a van with some nurse and doctor come by the school, and I remember that day I received 3 vaccines, but I don't quite remember for what I received those vaccines for. But I remember receiving those vaccines when I was going to secondary school. And it's a never-ending thing. There's always something coming up that push us to get vaccinated against it. I remember when I was doing my immigration paper to come to the US, and I was doing my medical for my immigration paper. And I showed them my medical record back in Jamaica. There was 3 vaccines that I was supposed to get that I didn't get. And I have to take those 3 vaccines before I could travel to come to the US. And even after I come to the US, they said I still have to do another medical, and I still got a next vaccine. So that is 4 vaccines I get in a short period of time. I cut my hand with a saw about 3 years ago. Almost take off my hand. And when they was taking care of my hand, they asked me if I ever got the tetanus, I think it's called, shot. And I said, what's that? And they tell me some stuff about they're going to give me that vaccine, so in the future if I get cut like with metal and it's rusty, it prevent me from lockjaw and all different kind of stuff. So that was the next vaccine again. So all of our lives, most of us have taken multiple vaccines. Most recording artists are business people when they're traveling to some places in the world like Africa, some part of Africa. They have to take a vaccine against yellow fever and those stuff, and they have to have that piece of paper to travel with to show that they have taken the vaccine against yellow fever and stuff that they at risk to catch in some part of the world if they travel there. So they have to take the vaccine for that. But what I'm saying with this disease right across the globe, it's different. None of us in our lifetime have ever seen anything like this. We have heard about HIV, AIDS, we have heard about Ebola and mad cow disease, swine flu, bird flu and all of those stuff. Well, none of those diseases was classified as a pandemic. None of them. Although everywhere in the world you have people contracting AIDS. I am not a conspiracy theorist. No, I am not. And I don't really follow conspiracy theorists, because there's so much information passing around out there, and if you should listen to everything, it will bombard your mind, bombard your brain, that you don't know what to believe, and make it become hard for you to really know what is right from what is wrong, what is true from what is false. I know a lot of people out there have lost loved ones, due to this pandemic. A lot of people. I too lost someone who close to me that they said this thing was part of the reason why I lose that person. There's a lot of people afraid out there. A lot of people is really afraid because they watch the news and they hear and see clips with a lot of people dying, and the numbers keep rising every day. And they said this new strain, which is the Delta strain, is more dangerous than the one before. So that made more people even more afraid. And people who was against taking the vaccine, those people make up their mind now to take it because they are afraid. And I just feel like it's been forced on people, really. That's just me. Really and truly, if the vaccine is out there and it can help people and save people's life, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just skeptical about it, that's all. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the vaccine. I'm not afraid of death. There's nothing I'm afraid of. I'm just skeptical about it and want to share my feelings and opinion about it. And I don't think I am wrong for sharing my feelings and opinion about it. You know? None of us are chemists. I shouldn't say none of us. Most of us are not chemists. Work in labs. We don't know the ingredients that they put together to make that vaccine. None of us know what they're injecting inside of us, really. We don't know if it's having a long-term side effects that are going to come up later on in your life. We don't know that. When you look at it though, is there a medication that out there that don't have no side effect, zero side effect? Maybe, but I don't know of that medication. When you're watching the TV sometime and you're watching some ad where they're talking about some form of medication and they said some of the side effect is death, some of it is stroke, some of it is heart attack. And people still go ahead and take those drugs to deal with whatever condition they're dealing with. Same with the vaccine. None of us don't know if it have side effects, like long-term side effects or not. But as I just said, if it's really out there and can help save life and help people from dying, I have no problem with it. But I'm just skeptical of it. That's all. Let me hear your thoughts about it. Okay? Let me hear your views. And don't forget to love life, live free, live your own truth. Big up on yourself until me see you again, alright? Later.